Pablo Paris, thank you so much for being subscribed to the channel. I really hope you enjoyed the content. I cannot speak a lot about you because I cannot see the icon. You have no profile pic, so yeah, I'm just gonna say thank you once again. Hello, my name is Dr. Shambles, and today we're going to have a bigger deck breakdown than usual with gameplay, so this is probably gonna be a long video. I'm recording this before I even edit the replays into the video. I usually do this type of deck breakdown after, but I just need to say a couple of things. We're gonna go a little bit more in depth on the deck and why we are using the things that we are using, because this deck is actually surprising me in the positive. It's doing actually very well in the East, and I think he has great potential, but I think usually when you get a first glance at some deck lists, you usually just don't understand why some cards are there, especially in the ratios that they are there, and so it can be a bit confusing. So I'm just gonna do a deck breakdown, and the other thing is I'm gonna show you a lot of gameplay which I don't know what is going to happen on those duels. I've recorded some before I have this deck list and after I have this deck list, so it's just a bunch of videos all in one because I want to, and because I want to do a little bit more in depth. I want to dive a little bit deeper into this leader. So first of all, win condition is our stats. We just play a bunch of big bodies: Shanks, Newgate, Katakuri, Roger, and our own leader. And that's your win condition. You just want to be like a very big wall of characters to stand behind your leader. To do this, you need to reach 10 Dawn as fast as possible because of the limitations that the leader has. That's why we are playing all ramp. But what I want to do in this deck breakdown is to focus on the two, actually maybe 3 to 4 main ramp cards. These are Buggy, the event, Bond Clay, and Bullet. Before, people were not playing Bond Clay because they were playing for Oddance and something else sometimes. And the Bullet was always incredible, so he always stayed. But the reason people shifted from Odan to now Bond Clay is very simple. It's because of the curve most of the times, plus one little thing. So just to explain it in a much more linear way, Buggy is a 2-cost, so he's, in case you go first, he's one of the only cards with the event that can ramp you. Bullet, if you go second, usually is a very good curve ramp. Bond Clay is just a 4, which is the less, kind of the cheapest body we have after the ones we already play. And the reason you want to have the cheapest bodies possible on your deck to ramp, and that's why Bond Clay is super important, is in case you whiff a Dawn, like a ramp in this case. You kind of want to ramp at least 1 Dawn per turn, and to do that, you would prefer to play it on curve, but it's just not possible because the only problem with this deck is consistency. If this deck was super consistent with its strategy, it would be like tier 0, without a doubt. And so what people are using is Bond Clay to try put the cheapest body possible, so in case you whiff a turn, you can hopefully double ramp by playing 2 small bodies to get back on track, so you can play your big bodies on the late game. So that's pretty much it. Forgot to say, he's not the cheapest body we could play for ramp. It is actually Inuarashi, but the reason we prefer to play Bond Clay besides Inuarashi is simply because Bond Clay still has the threat of being able to swing next turn if they play a big body, which makes him a body that they need to deal with, while in Inuarashi, usually it's not. This is also why, by the way, we're playing Gaban to filter out the hand to reach the ramp or the late bodies, whatever we need, consistently, while also ramping. Gaban, in my opinion, is the MVP of the deck. So that is why we're playing these 4 cards and why these 4 cards are the most important. Oden, while he was at 4, because he was obviously a ramper and he was a blocker, what happened was, as the East evolved with its meta and started to figure out what was good and what was not, Oden started to get very punished by Green Zoro. Green Zoro, even if you went first, you would play Oden, next turn they would play most of the time Tashigi, just rest Oden and then take him away and then take away one of your lives, and then only that Oden starting to get punished by God Threads and a lot of stuff. For example, if you go first and you get the ramp on first turn, or on second turn, the 3-down turn, he, on the other side, if they were playing blue, Jozu could bounce the Searcher and bounce then back. So yeah, he's still good to ramp, but that's only it, and that's why we are playing only 2. Like, if we play Bonclay or Oden, usually is the same because they're gonna get punished some way or another. But Bonclay has an upside, which is you get an active Dawn, which usually helps you get a new opportunity to play your only Searcher on the deck, or leave one Dawn for the event to get more defense. You usually wanna be at 3 lives, yeah. I was going to say 2, but 2 it's actually kind of risky. But I would say 3 lives when you reach 10 Dawn. You have 5 lives, so that means you can take 2. By the pace that this meta is, I usually need to counter 1 attack, and then I'm fine. Yeah. You can go to 2 lives. Usually I go to 2 lives when I already know, like, next turn I'm dropping the Shanks, and I can protect the Shanks very well, or my lives. Other than that, I usually refrain a lot from going to 2 lives. So this is the reason why. Shanks, since I'm playing, talking about Bonclay and him giving an active Dawn, you do not have a lot of opportunities to play Shanks to search. So most of the time is actually is a 1k counter. You have your first turn to play him, obviously, and then you just want to ramp. So don't be afraid to use him as a 1k counter if you have the ramp, obviously. And Bonclay is just giving us an extra opportunity with the active Dawn to search even more cards. Rayleigh, Gaban, or the Red Roger, which is usually what I grab from these searchers, from these extra searchers. Actually, it's pretty consistent to find this guy on my like extra Dawn search. Let's call it that. So yeah. And that's another plus for Bonclay. He's gonna get a reprint on PRB02, so you wanna grab him. Next is I need to talk about the not so self-explanatory tech, which is Sanji and Uta. Uta is the simpler one to talk about, which is when you play Shanks, depending on the matchup on the other side, you actually do not want to swing. If you're playing against Blue Collar or Emu, always swing. That I can tell you that much, because Run Red Rock would remove him anyway, or Emu playing a Susi would remove him anyway, so you just swing to get the most value out of Shanks. But for example, against Green Zoro, you do not actually want to swing with Shanks. What you want to do is set up Shanks, leave him active, and on next turn, that's where Uta comes in. Uta is an incredible 2k counter for us, because once you start playing your big bodies, even if it's Rayleigh or Katakuri, even sometimes with Gaban I do this, as long as you have a 10k power body on the field, she becomes a 2 cost. So she pretty much becomes a chump blocker. So when you play Shanks on the next turn, you still have him active. Just giving you an example with Green Zoro. That's where you want to play an Uta. Sometimes I play Uta and a Katakuri, and then you can swing with the Shanks. Because usually what happens if you swing with Shanks into Green Zoro, as soon as you drop him, Zoro will just attach every single Dawn to the leader and make 2 swings onto Shanks, which is 4 cards from your hand. That is just a lose. You auto lose if you use the 4 cards from your hand. If you already have at least 1 blocker on the field that can protect Shanks on the first swing with Green Zoro, you still need to be careful, because they can still play Tashigi to rest that blocker, and that usually still takes away a lot of cards from your hand. So watch out for that. So Yuta is just a very good follow-up play when you drop the big bodies. Sometimes I'm not finding Newgate or Shanks, but I am finding Rayleigh and Katakuri, so I just attach 1 Dawn or 2 Dawns, swing, and then I just drop Uta for 2 Dawns. Because she is super cheap, you usually leave 1 Dawn up for these events so you can protect yourself, pretty much pushing the game forward and stalling so you can start chaining your big bodies. That's pretty much it. Uta is super self-explanatory. What it is not is Sanji. Sanji is a very peculiar card, but one card that was a very nice surprise for the deck. You are playing 3 because you still prefer the ramp, obviously. You still prefer seeing Bonclay or Oden most of the time, but what happens is if you go first and you do not see your buggy or your event, you can play Sanji. And on next turn, what's gonna happen is if you have ramp, like Bonclay, you can still play that ramp and then use your Sanji effect to swing with 7, and then you can still swing with 6 with leader. This is just a it's a small advantage that you can do with Sanji, so you can somewhat cover up that you did not ramp. So it's just to cover up a small weakness or a small low row. This can then extend on the next turn if you manage to double ramp. So if you have to play Sanji on the second turn going first, for example, this is just to give an example, you kind of want to find the double ramp as fast as possible so he gets like super value, because not only are you making double aggressive swing, you're still getting the ramp, so you're still on tempo, and hopefully you can still drop the Shanks one turn early as you want. Another thing you can do is sometimes you're not gonna ramp on curve, because again we're giving priority to the low cost characters, so sometimes there's 2 done up. You can think about dropping Sanji as well. This again to set up that small snowball that you can do with the double swing leader 6k and Sanji 7k. He's just a very good aggressive tool, and this usually helps you a lot on early and mid game, because if we are very aggro on early game, even if they take all lives and get resources from hand, they're gonna have to spend a lot of resources on late game because of our big bodies. And if they do use the resources on our swings early game, that means they're not gonna have those resources on hand on our big bodies. So it's a win-win situation no matter what. That's the Sanji, and he's a 2k, so he's actually giving us defense. Very small chance of you going against starve decks in this meta, but for example maybe you go into a yellow NL on your locals, so he's a good tech for that as well. So this was a super nice surprise. The rest is super explanatory, Gaban being the MVP, but Divine Departure is a very good card because you are playing a good amount of bricks, so Divine Departure is a good safe tool for you. Also, although he is not very popular right now, if Fortress Kid, the green one, was still popular, you can use the main effect to just get rid of him right away, like super easy. So yeah, it's just a very good card to have at 2. Thankfully, we do play, especially me, I do play a lot of blockers, so you actually don't need to use this effect a lot of times. The counter effect. I usually just do it on the very last turn that I'm going for game, because I know I'm going for game, so yeah. I normally don't go more than 2. And that's it. That's pretty much all the breakdown you need for the cards that we're playing. Remember, Oden gets punished very easily, and also Bullet, it gets punished very easily, but because he's a 3 cost, again, low cost means guaranteed ramp, which is already great. Like, even if he gets removed the very next turn, he got a ramp, he got what we wanted, and so we can do with that. What you need to expect with Roger is you're not going to be playing the game till you get to 10 done. That's pretty much it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. I don't know what you're going to see. Hopefully this little deck breakdown, which is a lot of time now, helped you understand better the deck. Okay, so here we are at the replays. Now, I don't know what are we going to see. This is pretty much all raw footage. I just put every single replay that I had right now, just to give you guys a realistic expectation of the deck, so you guys can see like everything raw. Like, I don't want to, usually I filter into the most, the better matches or the most interesting. This time I did not do that. I just picked up the whole folder I had on replays and put it all over here for this video. So first he's going against Green Zoro. Now this is not bad for, it is bad for us actually. He did choose to go first. You usually want to go first against Green Zoro, just to seal his Tashigi curve. Or to be honest, some of them are starting to play the 9 cost Zoro again. And so to steal that curve is also good as well, because they can snowball very well against our deck. I think it's the biggest problem to our deck, to be completely honest. And so yeah, you need to watch out for him. So there you go, that's the Tashigi, so that's... we do not care about the buggy, so yeah. Am I going for double ramp here? That's the question. I did not go for double ramp here. I think Oden gets punished every time against Green Zoro, but yeah. So, by the way, also another thing I forgot. If I play well, I play well. If I play bad, you guys will see it all. So I need to call out my own mistakes if I see them. If I did not see them and did not comment on it, you guys can always comment, please do. But yeah, that's another cheek. So as you guys can see, like, it's just punishing my drops and swinging onto lives. Like, super simple strategy. We still haven't got into Shanks, and we already need to go to 2 lives. And we are still not going to be able to play Shanks this turn. So yeah, as you guys can see, like, very unforgiving. He can just counter. Yeah, and he can just counter again. He actually let it go. So he has 2 swings. We're at 7 done, so that's fine. He can set up the green Zoro, by the way. He has 4 lives right now. Like, setting up a 9-cost Zoro here would just win him the game. So as you guys can see, like, this duel is like super fast. Green Zoro is unforgiving. Like, you really... you kind of want to get the double ramp against Green Zoro. I don't know if I already knew that here. We protect the board because we need to protect the board. We go to 2 lives. Very risky, very risky. 10 and 1k. And he's gonna restand with the event. I don't know if I saw the ramp every turn. I don't think so, but even if I did see, it's so hard. Like, we are down to 4 cards in hand, and we haven't done anything. We cannot play Shanks. We kind of need we need to use the Searcher Shanks to get to hopefully 2k counter so we can survive. And we need to do pressure onto this Tashigi. He can literally just attach 2 Dawn and all Dawn into his leader and double swing. He's gonna block. There you go. So he has 2 swings. Yeah, just... Oh my god, this was the old Decklist where I was playing God Red. God damn. So yeah, God Red was actually for the Green Zoro matchup, but I took it out because it was just not consistent. We could not go for the Searcher, so he's getting a lot of value here with the Searcher. He got Mihawk. I'm actually kind of hoping he drops Mihawk, so he has less Dawn to work with. He does not drop the... Oh no, he did search that Mihawk. I thought he searched up the OP12 Mihawk. Why though? Why did he do this? We can protect this. Protecting this or our lives is the same. Yeah, we protect both. And now he can attach everything we need to take. We cannot play Shanks here, I think, still. Yeah, we can just play Uta and hope for the best. So I'm leaving 3 Dawn for the Uta and for the event, obviously. It's all the counter we have. So he just lets it go. And I just pass. I do not want to give him... Oh no, I'm gonna attack. Okay, I'm gonna attack with leader, I guess. I think I should have attacked with... Yeah, I should have attached... If I was going to swing with Whitebird, might as well attach to Dawn and take away that Perona, just to make sure he cannot attach to swing. It would be very bad if he attaches 5 to the Perona just to swing onto us. When he can just, again, attach everything, yeah. So he's gonna attach everything, we need to block, and like, he had the event, so yeah. That's the loss. So next game is Yellow Bonnie. Now, there may be matchups missing here on this video, I don't know. But if there are, I can assure you, you can see them on my other videos. On my other gameplay videos, you can find pretty much everything that is popular, at least on the sim right now. So you got the Snake. Played Bonnie. I think I was the one... I don't know if she was the one that decided to go first, or if I was the one who decided to go second. With Roger, you just want to steal whatever it's good for your opponent. I still don't know what is good for Bonnie, but I am assuming going first is better, because this Bonnie that you guys see on the field and the Rush Bonnie that is a 9 cost are good on going first curves, as well as this snake, so I guess it's pretty good. So he's gonna swing 5 and 6. We're just gonna have to give the effect here. And he's probably not gonna, yeah, he's not gonna swing now. I could have countered that first one, but she would just swing with the other Bonnie. Maybe that would have been good, because I would have at least taken away the Bonnie. I did not swing with Bullet yet. I want to save Bullet for Bonnie here. He plays Stussy. Stussy is gonna play another body. She's also a blocker, so that's annoying. Another thing I should mention maybe is once we get Promo Roger, the East already has it, but we don't know when the West is going to get it. It's a huge buff for Roger. We block. We cannot attack with Bullet now. It's fine. I think we need to play big body, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna go 9 bird and go into snake. He blocks, which I think it's a misplay. Why would you give up a 7k body for a 6k? Like, just let it go and leave the blocker for another occasion. That should have been the play, but yeah. Now he can play the Rush Bunny. The Rush Bunny, if I'm not mistaken, burns a life out of our lives. But if he does play Bunny, oh no, actually he still gets the 3 cost Bunny effect, because he can just use the leader effect to attach onto the Bunny. Not the leader, but the 3 cost, the cycler. He got jewelry, he plays Boa Hancock, stopping another attack, which will be Whitebird if I'm not mistaken. He's burning a lot of cards out of hand though, so it's not bad that we are starving him. Or, well, he's actually kind of... He stopped the odd-end swing, really? Oh, maybe he cannot, only 5 or less, so he just stops the odd-end. This is still the older deck list, which I was still running Nekomamashi. So that's 7 onto 9, so yep. 7 onto 9 again, just because. And now we have a blocker, so that means we can play Shanks and swing with Shanks. I don't think yellow is that... Okay, just gives up that punishing on the Shanks. But again, blue color... and Emu are very unforgiving on Shanks, so we need to swing on those cases, but greens will always leave active. Okay, so we did go seconds. I know if it was me who chose, I couldn't see on the chat. So this is Green Yuta. I remember I got into this lobby because someone on my tier list video told me that Green Yuta got good buffs and is super viable on the OP13 meta, so when I saw a lobby with Green Yuta, I decided to try it. So this is kind of the only game I remember. So he's countering very aggressively, which is a misplay from him. Green color usually likes to take some early lives to have more resources on hand. He plays Uta, resends on, plays the blocker Uta. I think, yeah, we can counter this. We still have our ramp next turn with our MVP Gaban. I let go of the events because, well, we cannot use it this turn, and next turn I kind of want to have the option to drop the Rayleigh in case I need him. Like to bypass that Uta right there. Usually you kind of want to give priority to Shanks and to Newgate, but since I do know Green Uta loves to play blockers, I kind of want to save the Rayleigh here. Because to me, this is a super new matchup. And it will be a matchup, a very new matchup for you guys as well. So Bullet is gone. I did not swing with Bullet. I think I was trying to save it, right? He just takes it away. I mean, it's fine. Those smaller bodies, it's fine for them to remove. It's only kind of like bad when they remove Odin, which is a body we kind of do love it when he stays on the field. Because again, it means our Shanks cannot be punished by the, for example, the best example still is Green Zoro. And maybe it's the only example? I'm trying to think about anything else. Because everything else can remove our Shanks by other means besides swinging. So he already blocked with Aduta, so that's... Oh no, wait, I think I swung into Uta, right? I didn't see. If I swung into Uta, that was a misplay. If I bypassed the blocker, why would I swing into it? Just make more pressures onto life. That's my bad if I did it. I wasn't paying attention right now. Sorry, I was looking at my second monitor. But yeah, I think I remember regretting right away swinging into the blocker. I know if it was this matchup, but it feels like it was. He plays another blocker? Yeah, Uta loves blockers. So he needs to attach 2 Dawn, and then he needs to attach another 2 Dawn to the other Uta, leaving at least 1 Dawn up. Can I let it go? Actually, I think he's gonna use the event then, right? Yeah, there you go, the restand event. Fine for me, actually. I'll just protect Gaban this turn as well. And next turn, I think this turn maybe drop 9 gates. Swing with Gaban first, please. Do not give away that. Okay, we're gonna go 8, that's fine. And then we drop new gate and swing with... or actually, you can swing with relay first. That's 2 cards from hand, really nice. Yeah, there you go. If you guys can swing first and not give away what you're going to play and leave more done up is usually better. So it makes your turn much less predictable, and so it makes your opponent need to think a little bit more whether to take life or use counter. This is just obviously a small tip for beginners. People that played this game for at least one set know this already. But yeah, if there's people who kind of want to start playing the game and are thinking on Roger, I highly suggest starting on Roger, actually. Very good deck. And yeah, try to order your turn the most optimally way possible. So now we have Red Roger, which makes it so whatever blocker she plays useless, because we're gonna drop Roger, and if they block we automatically win the game because they are at 0 lives. Yeah, we just countered that one, whatever. Just for some reason something goes wrong, but it cannot. Yeah, last turn we set it up perfectly for the Roger. Now it's Sabo. Sabo is a very underrated deck in my opinion on this meta. He's definitely one of the strongest. In my opinion, he actually is better than Roger. Roger is just good into this meta, but I think in terms of longevity, Sabo still is better. And will be better. So we did go second. So that means I did get to steal the going second from Sabo. Sabo relies a lot on going second. His curves are perfect to go second, so if you can steal from him, steal it. Plays a blocker, that's fine. So that blocker, I think it can KO our Bullet. So yeah, we kind of want to ramp first this time, swing with Bullet. He can potentially block and take him away. Yeah, there you go. We go 7, block, take away, there you go. Maximum poly with Bullet, that's fine by me, and he did not take away Oden. Oden stayed on the field. We are going to be at 10 Dawn next turn, or in our case 9 Dawn. Let's see what he plays. He cannot play the blocker Sabo anymore, which is so good. The blocker Sabo that I'm talking about was that secret rare that I just threw onto the trash. That kind of gives the idea that he's going to play the dragon next turn to bring that Sabo that he just discarded back. So that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be super aggro with the Elden right here. We cannot use Rayleigh to rest that blocker over there because he is at +4 cost, so he's at 8 cost, and Rayleigh can only rest 5 cost. I don't remember that blocker's name. I think I can read hack, whatever. So yeah, the predict on the play was spot on. He swung with one of his blockers, so that means he cannot block this turn. We can swing first here, and we can play Rayleigh. I think we should leave one Dawn up, maybe. Actually, I had 4 lives. We can actually not even leave Dawn up. So we go 9 here. He takes. And now we go 8, so he blocks, takes 1. That's fine by us, actually. Now, what can we do? He obviously is going... So first he's searching, but he's obviously gonna try to take away our Rayleigh swing. Because he has a lot of cards in hand, so if he takes aggression, he can actually survive and use Dragon to flood the board a little bit more before starting taking lives onto us. Nope, never mind, he just plays 2C. I guess I thought he was going to just attach on his swing, but that's another way to do it. It's not bad, he's creating big bodies. So I'm gonna go 9. If he takes, we play Roger and swing. He actually takes 2 cards from hand. So I think I'm gonna go super defensive with the category there. There you go, he blocks and counters. He does not have that many cards in hand. So this is very good for us. He still is flooding the board, that is true. But one thing you guys need to understand, Sabo does not... That was not necessary. I guess he wanted bigger blockers. But Sabo does not have Rush. We actually can take. No, he's not gonna put us at 0 life. I was going to take every single life if he swung into it, because we had the counter to protect everything in case of emergency, so yeah. Yeah, there you go. I think this is a good place to play Shanks, yep. And we should pressure lives still. I think this game has become a race. Yeah, he takes because that I already kind of was expecting him to take after he plays Shanks, because he knows the threat of Roger is not coming. But I kind of wanted to make his blockers weaker. So I knew if he blocked with the blockers, it means he probably won't counter because he has very little cards from hand. And since we have a lot of cards in hand, he does not know that 4 of those cards are bricks. But he could not risk it, because if all of those had some counter, we would just win the game after with that if he used the blockers and countered. So yeah, now we just need to survive. So he has 2 plus 2 swings besides this one. So we need to see what can we counter. There you go. That's another one. And now, no matter what he does, yeah. No matter how he attached, we could have blocked and then countered the other one. So yeah, that's a win for us. Next is Pudding. I'm actually surprised we're seeing good variety here. Again, if you guys do not see a matchup here, just go to the older videos. You guys will not see the most updated deck list. You guys are still not seeing the most updated deck list, because as you guys can see, there's still Naikomamushi here. I don't know how many I've recorded, but do not worry, there's more to come, always. So he has categories, so that means if we play our 8 costs, that goes right back to the lives, so we need to watch out for that. Actually, do we care here that he does that? I think our late game still is better than Pudding, although Pudding does have very good late game. He counter with Zeus, she's gonna swing 7, ramp, we take. Plays Katakuri. This is a message to us, which is if you keep ramping, I'm just gonna replace this by something better. To be honest, Roger does not care. Like, Roger needs to ramp anyway, so it doesn't matter, we do not slow down. So he does not use the 2-cost kata. He just plays it vanilla. We block and counter because we can. We're gonna play... Yeah, I guess we're gonna play the 8-cost category. I was thinking about Gaban to kind of dodge the yellow kata, but to be honest, I'd rather make him play it already. Then maybe that being a threat on later turns. And he swung 7 first, so that means we still get value out of the blocker if he removed him for 2 lives. And he did, so there you go. So we got pretty good value, like we blocked 1 and he went to lives, so we still baited out the removal in this case. Somewhat removal because he's on lives. Now he replaces for the blocker category, which is fine. I'm just gonna decrease to 7k, so if he blocks with that category, he needs to counter 1 from hand. We can swing with chunks because we have good amount of counter and we have a blocker there, which is Oden. So if he wants to swing into chunks, he needs to deal with Oden first. And to be honest, if he swings onto lives, we can still take some of them. Yeah. We actually can take every single life. We actually counter 1. Damn. I would take everything because our Red Roger would become alive. We become online with this effect, which would be very good for us. But yeah, I guess I don't want to play him right now. Yeah, he still plays the blocker category. I think maybe I was afraid that he would catch me off guard by leaving me at 1 life. We're gonna go 12. He blocks and actually counters. Yeah, I think we can play Gavan and Uta this turn. Yeah, let's go 7. He blocks and counters again, so he's super low on lives. We can take away, Rayleigh and play Uta. We do not need Rayleigh right now, we have Red Roger and he's a 1 life. So yeah. So now he's in a very bad place. We counter 1, and I think we can take all of the rest. Yeah. Maybe not. Okay, he played Lailing, that's fine. Completely fine. We go 7 first. We can actually go... We can actually go double 7 and attach onto Buggy. I think here we need to leave Dawn for the event. Okay, there you go. He's gonna take, and now we go with chunks. Yeah, we're leaving 2 Dawn for the event. Okay, there you go. So we're gonna go with Buggy first. There you go. I'm reluctant to swing with Oden, especially now that he has Linling. Okay, there you go. So I kind of want to leave Oden and Uta up in case he swings with the Linling onto our chunks. He's probably not gonna do it. Now we counter everything because we have our Red Roger online no matter what. Yeah, he cannot wait this turn. He goes 8. We can actually counter. We can just counter. Now we have 2 blockers for 2 swings, so yeah. Goes 9. I think we can take. Whatever, actually, it is whatever. We won. He goes 7, we block with 6 because we prefer 7k swing, but it doesn't matter because, yeah, we could just play Roger, swing with Roger, and he wouldn't have any counter for that. So there you go. And now we are going to Emo. Now this will be a very popular matchup on OP13 for sure. Emo, I believe he has a very low skill floor, so she's very, or he, I don't know what gender Emo actually is very easy to pick up and start, but to master it to its full potential is where the skill of the pilot relies. So if you want an easier deck than Roger, Emo is the way to go, because it's going to be super cheap as well. Roger is a bit more expensive. Thankfully, we're gaining many reprints for the most of the expensive cards. I think the only expensive card that will remain expensive is the Red Roger. You do need that Red Roger at least 2. Some people like to play it at 3, I like to play it at 2. So, by the way, Emo did choose to go second. Oh! Well, I guess we finally we've reached the Decklist with Sanji. So when you're against Emo, just again steal their curve, and Emo is reliant a lot on going second. So if you can steal it. That's 7. That's 2 cards from hand, which is nice. If he counters, it counters. I'm gonna call it it because I have no idea of what gender. I did not watch the anime till Emo got revealed, so I don't know if it's revealed there. Okay, he played double blocker. That's really good. We can use Sanji here. We have perfect curve right now, so there's no need to hold on to Sanji. We're going to have to take 1 life anyways. So I just countered 1 with Sanji and the other one I took. It didn't matter which order. So he's at 8. Okay, we are 3 lives. We already have 2 good swings set up. So that means if he wants to swing onto our lives, we actually like to take. I prefer to... We can take if you want, or if you... Okay, we did take. There you go. We actually give him priority to we were giving priority to save our rail in case he tried to attach more Dawn and swing. Okay, there you go. We play chunks. We go 9. He's gonna block everything he can. There you go. That's fine by us. And now I'm just gonna take 1 swing over there. Yeah, just take the bodies. This is because Emo could potentially attach Dawn to that searcher over there, and then use their effect to trash it and get a plus draw. So I was just making sure that did not happen. Also, another thing is, if we left that on the field, Stussy could come up. He could play Stussy and then just trash that searcher and destroy our Shanks. He still managed to find a way to take away our Shanks with Stussy. But that's good for us because he did not do it in any shape or form that was optimally. So that's very good for us. If you manage to clean his board before the turn that he can do the 5 Elders play and swarm the board, please try to do so. Because it's always good. You're taking pressure out of him and you're not giving him a optimal way to play Stussy. So yeah, like the fact that he had to play Stussy that way slowed his tempo down by a good amount. So there you go. He did not swarm the board with the 5 Elders. He just played 1 blocker. So I guess he's not going to be playing it this turn. He can play more blockers by not using the 5 Elders, that is true. I guess you want to play defensively 1 more turn before swarming the board. Right now he has the opportunity to play up to +2 blockers. He can play another of that small Celestial Dragon jump blocker. Okay, he attached on, so that that means he could only play +1 blocker. He did not swing with Emu because I think he was on to me that I was trying to put my Red Roger online. We still find the top deck of Relay, so we still managed to bypass it. I just want to set up the Red Roger online right now, so I think we're going to be super aggro onto lives. How much counter we have? We have 3k, 3k, 5k, 5k, 6k, 6k, 7k. That's not bad, plus a blocker, which is Katakuri. So that's not bad, actually. So he can go super aggro onto lives. He takes, and now he's gonna use the event, obviously. He has one Dawn up, but Red Roger is online. And he has only 2 cards in hand. 3 cards now. Okay, so I think we win because we only need to counter. Oh, he played that Elder vanilla mode. He did have the 5-level Elders. It did not matter, by the way. If he attached to swing onto our lives to try and go for a game, we just needed to counter 1 swing, which we did have the counter for it. And in case he played the Elders, that means he could not swing optimally, and we could just, everything on our board would survive, and again, Red Roger was online. I guess this was the last replay. I guess I still don't have many replays with the new decklist with Sanji, but I will bring it more here. I guess this was all I have. I have no idea how many replays this was, but yeah, we actually saw good variety, I guess, on the sim. On the East, I do not play ranked, so I do know what I'm going against. So maybe on these sessions previously, I decided to go a little bit more variety. But I do get burned out by playing against every single, like the same matchups over and over again. And right now, what is popular is Red, Blue Ace, and Emu. But I guess I'm gonna bring more of those matchups. The only matchup I don't really like to bring to the channel is Mirror. It's super boring, and it's always a 50-50 no matter what, so that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in next Roger video. Goodbye.